Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Gardner Minshew, Raiders, big come from behind win on the road versus the Ravens. Fired up, locked in. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. Before we dive into the video, a quick reminder about the Quarterback School Patreon community. This group is the foundation, the bedrock of the channel. Not only is it a great, inexpensive way to support the channel, but you get even more Quarterback School content. So hop over there, join, become a member. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get into it. Gardner Minshew, the Raiders, big win on the road in Baltimore. Really impressive. Right here, 3rd and 2. We're going to shift 2x2 to 3x1, motion back to 2x2, a little stick to Adams, wide open. Miscommunication in the back end. You can see the safeties chirping at each other there. Not on the same page. Minshew and Adams make them pay. Probably want to cover 17. Probably want to cover 89 too. Not in the game here. But excellent 3rd down. Again, just super clean, easy. And again, it helps when the defensive secondary has a breakdown like this. But you can see here, as we motion across, they're just going to get way too much width. So what I'm calling this little stick route, and this flat 14, really good player, but that's only when you're doing the right thing. So as he gets pushed out here, the corner's already outside as well. It creates a huge void for a nice little up and down. And then again, there's nothing better than watching DBs chirp at each other after a play, right? Not on the same page, first, 3rd down in the game, probably not a great sign. So way too much space, pitch and catch, love it. What are you doing? Damn. Again, Gardner here. Super decisive, balls out on time. He certainly got that playmaker vibe. But right here, operating the offense, 3rd down, situational ball right on him. Let's go. Next one here, 2nd and 7. We're going to work Bowers, 89 up top. He's going to be working a little in, wrap in versus an NFL corner. Pretty sweet. Now, again, maybe not the tightest turn at the top, but he's got excellent hands. You can see him go down, catch that thing with his hands. You know, your favorite shuffle route from the tee there. Little pistol shuffle. Okay. But I should say this. If you're going to do this type of stuff, okay, where we're going to do this kind of shuffle motion, I love the idea of doing that here because if anything, it's going to displace the linebackers towards the motion, right? Or you would hope. And then we're then going to attack the place that we just displaced them from, right? Does that make sense? So as the linebackers move, we're then going to attack where they just were. So here, this kind of motion to me makes sense, you know, even if it's 8 yards from the line of scrimmage. And again, it does just enough on the linebacker types that we're able to fit it in. See 0 move over, and we throw it right where he was. Thank you. Boop. And again, that's a very nice catch from a big guy. Love it. Next one here. This is a rough one. So interception. There's a lot of bad here. We're going to end up trying to throw a corner to 84, the number 2 up top. This throw, I'm going to say, misses by well over 5 yards. Okay, so we're getting close, 15 plus feet here. There's no easy way around this. Originally, I thought maybe he didn't see the corner, but even if he does see the corner, you know, this thing is skipping to him out there. It's a very bad play, and I think it's made worse when you look at the read and you say, okay, if we're going to run a little short in and a corner up top, that's one thing. Okay, it looks like he wants to come out and throw it right out the gate right here and just doesn't because there's a linebacker or 2nd level player right there. Okay, here's where the interception is. The corner falls off. We severely underthrow this thing. If it was a good throw, we'd have to put it way out here and high. I think it becomes a worse play when you look at the crosser coming to it and see how open it is. So it looks like Gardner says, you know, he wants to go here and it's a no-go. Okay, fine. You know, this maybe 2, no, this 3 or next, this is there. You can't pass this up to throw a really poor interception down the field. So again, play this thing out. So up top, number 1 on the short end. No. Okay. Got no problem with that. Back here to the crosser. That's open. We got to throw that. Right? Like, am I losing my mind down here? The slot to the bottom, right there. we've got it. It sure looks like he's looking right here. We got to be able to put that. You can drill that thing before this safety right here. It's certainly a better throw here in this hole, right? We got this lane versus this guy running a corner, and we've got this guy right here. I mean, and if you do this, I'm not saying this is an impossible throw. You would just have to put it way up here. You sure as hell can't put it right here. Yeah, that's 5 yards. Not even counting, it's going to skip to him versus it would have to be above his head. So just a poor rep. You can tell he's disgusted with himself there. But I think it's made worse by the fact that if you look at his helmet stripe, it looks like he goes outside, inside, back to outside. So there, no. Cross it right there, right down the hash. I mean, he's looking right there, right? Now, maybe he can't see him because there's a wall of people in front of him. It almost looks like he goes all the way right, all the way left, and almost skips over the hole right down the middle of the field. So just a bummer here all over the place. And again, that is a poor looking interception. Next one here. Now, if you're a Raiders fan, this is the one that got to get you excited. You've got Adams and Bowers down here at the bottom. Bowers with the beautiful little Seattle sail route wide open. So again, gorgeous offensive architecture. Beautiful job from Gardner. Now again, this is wide open. I want you to watch Bowers here. Watch 89. As he runs this over, watch him peek his head to the right there. He's selling that over right there. That's craft. Then come out of it. Again, no one around him for 5+ yards. Just a beautiful rep. Great design. This has been a staple in the league. I always think of this as an Andy Reid special, but we're just going to come out here. It's usually paired with a big post. And then here's that what I'm calling sail or Seattle. You sell the over, eyes back, and then you snap out of it. It's just an outstanding job. Now, it's not always this open, but I love these two guys being the weapons down the field. Look at it. It's beautiful. That's what it's got to be. And again, that's not even a post. Adams is running like a deep pylon or flag back to the back pylon. And he attracts so much attention. He really tilts the coverage. Everybody knows where 17 is all the time, that 89 is able to eat a little bit more than he probably should be able to. That is beautiful. Love it. Next one here, 4th and 2. Okay, a little unfortunate here. We're going to take a shot to Adams. He's the number 1 right now. We'll be still the number 1 on the little press fade. Obviously press fade, or fade in general, probably not the highest percentage throw in the world. I also get it as just hey, as an offense, we catch one-on-one with 17. We're going to throw it all day, every day, all the time. Now, that being said, we would love to have a better throw, Captain. Okay, so that's the first part. Middle field closed, press man versus our guy. We trust him to win, great. The thing about it is you got to give him a chance. Okay, we can't underthrow this so severely that he doesn't have a chance. And that's the first part. And again, if this is a predetermined choice as an offense, I'm fine with it. Like, let's live by giving our guy a chance to make a big play. I just want us to bank. Okay, 89 right here is a dude, and he just wins. And so just another banked rep of, hey, let's peek this maybe. And if he wins, great, let's throw it. Let's not predetermine we're throwing it no matter what. If we don't like it, let's come find 89, because that's a pretty sweet combo. It really is. I mean, there's some space to be attacked down the field with those two. So no, again, you can see 89. He's leaning on. Look at the route, leaning, running, separation. Woo-hoo. And then again, from Gardner, I would just say, hey, we look a little all over the place in the pocket. So just watch his helmet here. He looks like he's peeking left. Okay, bump. Does he win? Then he holds that middle field player. Almost like he's looking to the right, though. That's more than a look off to me. So it's almost like, chuck it. And again, it comes up way short. But man, look at 89. Just look at the top of his route. Watch how he keeps his stride. And that's a little guy. He's running away from a coverage player, creating that much space. I'm telling you, dude is for real. Next one here, 3rd and 7. I love this type of pass pro where you quick snap it. So they don't have a chance to get all their exotic stuff set. We technically have a free runner here from Hamilton. Gardner's able to kind of extend this thing. Again, it happens so fast, you really don't have time even with the film. Look how quickly. So what happens here is everyone gets set. The center walks up, puts his hand on the ball, and snaps it. So that, watch the defensive line. They're not ready. They're not even in their stance, right? Like, this is a conscious choice. It's excellent. We don't really sort it out pass pro wise here, whether this is supposed to be Bauer's guy on the left or the back to save us here. Probably should get that picked up. Most 7-person protections. But Gardner does a great job of just feeling it, moving to his right, off platform, ripping a corner stop or 7 stop. So you can see we've got mirrored routes here on the outside, corner stops. Adams looks like he's almost taking like one of those things where you kind of nod this thing and take the middle. You don't really see this combination paired like this very often, but I understand the intent of attacking the middle with those kind of 7 stops or corner stops on the outside. And again, because we go quick with the pass pro, so the ball's already snapped right here, right? Look at the defensive line, not ready to go. The guy who's blitzing, 5 yards off the ball, not ready to go. So this is outstanding scheme. This is great pass protection. This is great third down situational ball. And then Gardner does a nice job moving off the launch point, feeling it, buy enough time, and rip it to him nice and easy. Off platform, looks comfortable, decisive. You see the kind of the full threads coming together of a great plan on third down. Really well done. Next one here, 3rd and 8, another third down. This time Gardner's going to kind of, again, create, extend. It looks like he's getting into the play that he wants. We'll talk about the play the next time, but as he's able to extend and create, Bowers is able to see him in trouble, come back to the ball, and go create. So this is what Gardner brings this offense. And again, you combine that with Bowers, and again, what we all know that 17 can do, and now all of a sudden we've got a little bit more explosiveness. We've got a little bit more opportunity to create space as these plays extend, and we see these types of plays being so important in the league. So no. Go create, on the same page, come back to your quarterback. Huge pickup on 3rd and 8. Now it's 1st and goal. Love it. Now the thing I will say about this play is that to me, this is versus brackets. And again, you can see him kind of getting in whatever their operation is to make sure they're in the correct play that they want to be in here. As this ball is snapped, when I think of brackets, there's 8 billion different ways to do this. But at the end of the day, in 3x1 or 3x2, to me, there's either stump or stubby. And so when he's off like this, I'm used to calling it stump. So these 3 have these 2, and they're essentially bracketing. Now there's a bunch of different ways to do it, but that's basically what it is. Cone, 3/2, and then the 1 out here on the outside is off man. And it's the same cone up top. Now, again, the calls can be different, but the easy way to think of it is 3/2, 3/2. Now, if we're going to run what sure looks here like just like inside fade, take the middle, inside fade, this matchup, this is 17. I don't care that this is 14. There's nobody over there that I think can cover him on a vertical. So again, it's one of those things where he right here, if he doesn't run into him here and collision him, and it's a nice play by 14, but I still, 9 out of 10 times, I'm thinking 17 is going to win that. That 14 is a very good football player for them, but he can't cover Davante Adams down the field. Davante runs into him there. So he does a nice job. They win. Tip your hat. Go create. Make a play. And again, great job from Bowers. I just love the feel that he plays with. He looks like he's always under control. He doesn't look like he's necessarily moving fast, but he's always running away from people too. I mean, just such a unique weapon to be able to be that kind of receiver. And I don't think it's, exaggeration to say he has some Kelsey vibes as far as the way he moves and gets in and out of cuts and catches. Now we'll see if he's got the creativity and the longevity, but man, so far so good. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications. I sincerely appreciate you subscribing to the channel. It does mean a lot to me, so thank you for taking the time and doing that. Again, the Quarterback School Patreon community, you know about it. Join, become a member, get even more Quarterback School content. We also have Quarterback School courses. Now, these courses are the premium content available through the channel. These are deep dives on my favorite football topics. We have courses on tempos, RPOs, pass protection. The best-selling course is how to beat every coverage. We even have an entire offense available for you, so hop over there and enroll. You can check out the new courses at the new Quarterback School website, dqbschool.com. hop over there, ask me anything, a really fun, interactive way to dive into the library of content available through the channel. And then finally, make sure to follow me across all the social media platforms. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get back to it. Next one here. So this is a bit of a bummer for me because this is Dagger up top. We're trying to get 16 on the Dagger, little play action. We can't quite get it off, and now we're in a sack. So a few things here for me. And again, I'm not saying these things are easy. And I do think, you know, some people get on me, and maybe rightfully so, because I don't do a good enough job explaining it. But in my opinion, there are only a few true wide receiver ones in the league. But when you have one, you know it. And Davante Adams has been one for a long time. And what that does is not only can he run every route, so he's got a full route tree, it's that he also creates tilt in the coverage. And so whether they have different rules or they have a plan to know where he is at all time. But if we're just going to run him on the post or the clear here, and normally versus cover 2, and we're going to get 2 safeties back here, a cloud corner, and here comes that deep in, you would be thinking, all right, well then I'm just going to kind of have an idea of where this curl defender is in cover 2 and try to high-low him with the Dagger. But right here, they're going to do what I'm calling 2 match. So they're going to take 14, and he is going to run with Davante. So as he runs through this clear here, he's going to turn and match him and run with him on that post. So when we come out for this Dagger, when you see him run with the number 2 vertical, what I'm just used to calling 2 match, you call it whatever the hell you want, 2 barbecue. Okay, when he matches to this clear right here, you know you can throw the Dagger. So, I mean, it's one of those things where you can't get it up fast enough. I get it. You might have to play with some anticipation, but just trust the timing, play fake, take your drop, and throw it. And it'll be there. Now, again, could 14 make like a miracle play and be faking the match and come off to it? Sure. 1 in 1,000. But as soon as 14 matches to Adams right there, see him turn and run with the vertical of number 2, I'm throwing the Dagger. Throw it. Right there. He's running with the vertical of Adams. Throw it. And again, I'm not saying it's easy. The left tackle takes an L inside. Can't get beat inside. I get all that. But he still could get that throw off, in my opinion. So yeah, could the pass protection be better? Sure. Do you never want to lose inside? I get it. Absolutely at left tackle. But I still think Gardner could get this throw off, especially if he recognized what was happening on 17 with 14. See 14 turn and run. Everyone else is playing zone. They're matching 17. We got to be able to find it, drive that thing down the field. And right on cue, he does rip a deep end down the field. Now this time he's throwing the Dagger to Adams, the number 1 up top. It is excellent anticipation, a strike down the field. It's beautiful. Everything except the footwork. And again, the footwork's not disqualifying. I just think it makes life very difficult to be consistent when you go karaoke on these deep ends. But he makes it work. And if it works for you, great. You just got to be able to do it consistently. I will pause this thing at the top, and you can see the anticipation from Gardner. Back of the drop, I would say narrow. Karaoke, right foot behind our left. Anticipation, right there. He's throwing it. Again, this is the window he's throwing into. It is outstanding, right? So here's the in. He's throwing it into this window. He's got to have his 2 guys still continue to clear out of there and force it between these 2 guys. I mean, it is. We're not talking about a massive window, right? He's already throwing that ball. That's pretty sweet. And when you think about him overcoming his own footwork there, it makes it even more impressive. It's a hell of a throw. One more time without me pausing it. Let it wash over you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoop, whoop. Great rhythm to it. That's a beautiful throw. It is a strike. Really well done. And again, just because it's my footwork issues doesn't mean it's his footwork issues. Good for him finding a way to make it happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoop. Beautiful. Again, not the biggest. We can see the top left. Now, that's not the biggest window in the world. It's a perfect throw. Handoff of a throw. Good for you. Big chunk. Next one here. Again, Gardner and Adams. This time extending to the left. No, got to go. Up on the sidelines. Perfect stretch. Great toe tap as well from Adams. This is just, again, Another example of what Gardner Minshew brings to this offense, the ability to create. It's not there, or he doesn't like it. Get out to the left, communicate, beautiful ball. Awesome. Really well done. Now, could you throw it potentially to Bowers down here if you're trying to get it to him on the option of the choice right there? I probably think yes. He doesn't like it? How about up top? You don't like the slot on either side? Great. Okay, you're the decision maker. I would probably disagree, but it ends up being a really nice place. Again, he's extending, this time to the left. You can see how comfortable he is throwing off platform. Again, the capacity to extend plays nowadays is such a difference maker for these quarterbacks. So no, make a good decision, communicate, and that is a beautiful throw. All right, again, watch the little point, take it, off platform, going to your left. Beautiful toe tap, get it down, 1st and goal. Very next play, 1st and 9. We're going to try to throw a little anticipation glance or drift up top to the number 1. It's there. We're just not on the same page. Now, again, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I am a NFL personnel guru or that I care, to be honest with you. But I can tell you that the little film that just we've watched together today tells me that 17 and 89, really good. I would want 89 on this route. Now, again, maybe this is his favorite thing in the world. Who knows? But I personally wouldn't want 89 down here as the number 1. I would want his big body, his ability to create separation, running that route up top. So I think it's fair to question kind of who's who in the zoo and where these guys are lined up, because all those things are strategic choices. Now, maybe they're trying to spread the ball around, whatever. But if you wanted your best guy, your biggest guy, to take advantage of what they're doing to Adams here as far as moving him, trying to tilt the coverage to the right, Gardner's certainly looking off to the right, holding that safety. Great job. Look what it does to 39. 39's eyes go where Gardner goes. Right away, sudden back. We're throwing that with anticipation. 16's not out of that break yet. We're just not on the same page. Again, bigger body, more separation to the left. I'd feed Bowers. Next one here, we're going to throw what Gardner probably thought was a back shoulder type throw with how he throws this thing up top to Davante Adams. But Adams essentially late hands him. So the ball's a little out in front of him, and instead of going through him or trying to go early and high, he kind of late hands him, and it doesn't allow the corner to make a play on this ball. So again, this type of throw, this low trajectory ball, in my opinion, is often a back shoulder type throw. If you're throwing a true go, you're a little higher with that thing, drop it out of a helicopter. But watch his hands. Watch how late his hands are. Whoop, the ball's on him. I mean, again, massive craft from 17. Unbelievable job. And again, we'll pause it here at the top when he makes this decision. But usually when you're even like this, so he makes the decision to throw this, when our wide receiver is behind the corner, so he hasn't got on top and stacked that corner. If here's the corner, if they're like this, usually you'd want to throw a back shoulder where it's behind him. Now, you're not going to throw it right there, but where you think they're going to run, so as they move together down the field, you want this thing to be right at our wide receiver. You don't want this thing to be out in front down the line if you're going to throw a line drive. If you're going to throw a line drive like that, if you're going to throw it down the stem, you want to usually drop this thing out of it to give him a little bit more grace to be able to adjust. But because he throws it, he keeps running down the line, and the throw is kind of on a line. Davante just late hands him, doesn't put his hands up to the last second, and now the corner can't adjust. So, I mean, it is true craft out there by 17. And it's a nice job from Gardner giving his guy a chance. We've seen him on some other deep throws, that 4th down specifically, not give us a great chance. Where right here, even though it might not be what I would consider the perfect ball, the perfect trajectory, it works out perfectly because 17 is 17. And on this next one, I can keep singing his praises. Davante Adams at the bottom, and I thought Gardner played really well for the most part, but it could have been an even better day. So, I mean, we're 30 for 38 with a brutal pick and this kind of nasty drop. This could have been another one. I mean, he could have easily had 10 receptions, could have easily had more than 110. And again, it's one of those things where nobody expects anybody to be perfect. But man, this is, this got a chance to score, right? I don't think that's a stretch to say that probably scores right on the far hash. That is a brutal miss. But again, really like the decisiveness from Gardner. How about the pass pro here from the back? Boom. Maybe would like to get a little bit more of him, but knock him down. Get the ball out. Great job from Gardner hanging in there. He's got to hang in there. Back foot. Little toesy. Damn. Next one here, 3rd and 5. We're going to feed Bowers. He's the number 2 down here to the bottom. Split open. Again, the thing that jumps off the film with Bowers for me is his gait and his acceleration out of these cuts. So you just don't see tight ends be able to move like this. You can see the separation that he maintains. So as he's running away from what looks like a little guy, like more of a coverage type player, look at the stride that he's able to on this quick out. And again, you might be like, dude, what the hell are you talking about? I'm telling you, the ability to stride through these cuts and maintain your speed and create, again, just watch the separation, the space between him and the defender. You just don't see tight ends able to, you don't see wide receivers able to do that a lot. You see the separation away from the defender. It's 3rd and 5. We're running an out at the sticks. We can create that much space. I'm telling you what, that is beautiful. Really, really well done. Really nice throw also from Gardner. Not taking anything away from the throw there. Can't really get through it. Right on him, handoff. Let's go. Next one here, touchdown pass, Davante Adams. He's the new number 1 at the bottom. You're going to see him slow off the line. And a little slip. Whoop. And this is a hell of, again, a beautiful job from Adams. This is not a great throw. Usually you're thinking high back 5 here, meaning a high throw in the back 5 of the end zone. And again, normally I would say this is a run, like a run with a little option route. If you're going to throw it on this play, you would think 16 would be running a route too. So it might just be a run where he has the option to throw this ball. But again, this ball is low. You can see Adams go get it and win with his hands. That's at 44's chin. He just takes it from him. Again, great hands from Davante Adams. But you would love to leave that thing high where it's only your guy or no one. But again, that's a big-time drive, big-time touchdown pass to be able to tie this thing on the road in the 4th quarter. Again, it's probably not a good sign that I can't tell if this is a play action or a run with just the action of the line of scrimmage. But even if he was to hand it off, let's pretend it's a run. It's not getting in the end zone. So good decision. Just probably want a better ball. And again, I know he doesn't really set his feet here. So you're kind of shooting a fade away as someone's right in your lap. But man, that is a hell of a play from Davante Adams. Wow. Last one here. 2:12 left in the game. 2nd and 1. And we're going to throw it here. Aggressive. We're going to hit 16 at the bottom. He's the new number 1 on a little crosser. This is a hell of a job. Great base. I mean, technically, he's hot. Again, I don't know what the pass pro is, but I can tell you, I don't even have to say technically. He's got a free runner running right at him. Hamilton on the right. Should the tight end block him? Doesn't look like it. Should the back scan and block him? I don't know. Probably. Regardless, that's a hell of a job from Gardner to be able to hang in there and hit that little crosser. So, I personally would classify this as a little fortunate. Again, to have a free runner here and to be able to hang and throw that route, I would say you can't rely on doing that. Now, I would also say that I would bet some money that this back is probably supposed to scan and take this hit off at worst. I would also like to point out that this dude, again, just fucking wins, just creates space at the top. So it's probably here 1 to 2. And again, because the back kind of goes out on his little check down here, it brings a defender into Adams' space, but Adams wins as well. When you turn on the film, you want to see guys winning, multiple guys winning, multiple options. And that's what the Raiders have right now. Oh, that's a big time play. So essentially secures field goal position here, gives us a better chance. Run that thing out, kick the game winner, and get out of here. Again, watch 14. Free runner from the right. He doesn't look like he's playing that thing hot, right? I mean, that takes, you got to be locked in right there. Great base from Gardner, all his cleats in the ground. He's throwing that thing with a lowercase anticipation. takes a hit, strike of a throw, big win. So that is a wrap. Gardner Minshew, the Raiders, big win on the road, come from behind fourth quarter victory. Just a lot to be excited about. I think the things that jump off the film for me with Minshew, his ability to extend, to create, to buy some time and create chunks down the field was on full display. I thought there were also a number of times where even in structure, he was able to fit it into tight windows, play within the system, all the things that you look for in a quarterback. Now, were there plays that I'm sure he wishes he had back? Absolutely. The interception, probably the fourth down, maybe a few throws down the field. But overall, you got to be really excited for the fact to be able to go out on the road, come from behind, never give up, continue to fight. And I love how they kind of leaned into their dudes on the perimeter. Davante Adams locked in. Bowers looks really good. You got that combination with Gardner extending plays, with potentially getting that run game really going in the right direction and being able to enforce their will at people at the line of scrimmage. You got the potential to be a really fun offense. Regardless, that is a massive win. Thank you so much for hanging to the end. I will see you next time. Have a good one.